What if I told you that out of all the incredible multi-billion-dollar mega projects transforming Dallas, one of them is on track to have an absolutely explosive impact on home values? We're talking about the kind of potential growth that could potentially triple the value of homes in its orbit. Right now, tens of billions of dollars are pouring into the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. By 2030, this city will be unrecognizable. New towers are shooting up, new transits connecting neighborhoods, and entire districts are being built from the ground up. For a select few, this is a once-in-a-generation opportunity to build wealth. For everyone else, it's a massive case of. But here's a secret that insiders know. Not all this growth is created equal. While dozens of projects are changing the skyline, only a handful possess the unique DNA to create exponential returns for homeowners. The real question is, can you spot the winner? My name is Selden Toole, and as a local Dallas real estate expert, my job is to spot the difference between a good investment and a truly life-changing one. But let's get into it. Our first contender is a project so vast, it's honestly hard to wrap your head around. And I'm talking about the recent sale of South Creek Ranch, a staggering 5,200-acre property just 20 miles south of downtown Dallas. A Dallas-based developer, Cawley Partners, is behind this, and their vision is nothing short of transformational for a region that for years has been overlooked. So what's the game plan? Well, first, they're creating a network of digital commerce parks on the northern 2,000 acres. So think data centers, advanced manufacturing, and logistics hubs, exactly the kind of high-tech development that attracts a wave of new, high-paying jobs. But here's the part that should really get your attention. The remaining land is planned for up to 5,000 new homes. This is what I call the Southern Catalyst. It's a project designed to light a fire underneath a region that's enormous untapped potential. For decades, the big money and shiny new developments have all flowed north of Dallas. This project aims to flip that script entirely. By blending wide open rural space with city convenience, the developer is betting that they can create a whole new center of gravity for South Dallas. So what's the analysis for home values? The potential here is immense, precisely because the starting point is lower. In real estate, your biggest percentage gains often come from areas that are completely reinvented. Getting from an undeveloped cattle ranch to a bustling mixed-use community with thousands of jobs and homes is about as fundamental a change as you can get. The nearby city of Ferris has already seen a massive population surge in recent years, and the single project is projected to have a transformational impact on the southern corridor of the Metroplex. It's a long-term play for sure. First buildings aren't expected to be finished for another 2 to 3 years. But for those who get in early, the upside could be staggering. Could it triple home values? It's got a real shot, but it's definitely a marathon and not a sprint. Next, let's head into the city core for our second contender, a $5 billion Reunion District redevelopment. This isn't about building a new community from scratch. It's about pumping new life into the very heart of Dallas. For years, the land around the iconic Reunion Tower has been one of downtown's biggest undeveloped properties. Basically a giant parking lot with a world-famous mall in the middle. And now, Hunt Realty is launching a plan to build a dense, walkable neighborhood right there. We're talking about a dozen new high-rises with up to 3,000 apartments, a massive hotel, 150,000 square feet of retail, and millions of square feet for office. The goal here is to create a true urban neighborhood that could bring 5,000 new residents into the downtown core. And this is all happening right next to the city's planned multi-billion-dollar replacement with the Kay Bailey Hutchison Convention Center, creating an incredible synergy of business and residential life. I call this one the urban heartbeat. It's a quality of life play. The vision is a car-optional lifestyle where residents are surrounded by entertainment, restaurants, and new green space, including a new park. And this is all being boosted by other downtown projects, like the expansion of the Trinity River Park, which will add hundreds of acres of parkland and connect the area like never before. So what does this mean for property values? It's an undeniable plus. Creating a vibrant, walkable neighborhood in the city center makes the entire downtown core more attractive. It pulls in young professionals, executives, and empty nesters who crave the energetic city lifestyle. Property values around Reunion District will see a major appreciation, but can they triple? That's a much bigger ask. Downtown is already an established market with higher property values. While this project is massive, it will certainly cause a major spike. Tripling money from the higher starting point is a monumental challenge. It will raise the ceiling for urban living in Dallas, but it might not have the explosive 3x effect we're looking for. I know breaking down these massive projects can be a lot. You have the long-term potential of South Dallas versus the immediate lifestyle upgrade of the downtown core. Two completely different kinds of opportunities. Trying to figure out where you fit into the picture is tough. If you're trying to make sense of these opportunities, and figure out where you may fit into this picture, I'm here to help. Feel free to reach out to me directly and let's talk through your options. All right, for our third and final contender, we're heading north, way north, to a place that's become legend for its explosive growth, Frisco, Texas. But this isn't just another Frisco development. This is the one developer behind the ridiculously successful Legacy West in Plano, and this will have an even bigger impact. I'm talking about Fields West. Fields West is a 55-acre luxury urban village, and it's the commercial and residential heart of the massive 2,500-acre Fields master plan community. And let's just talk numbers because they're staggering. The project is backed by a $425 million construction loan, tens of millions of city-backed bonds. It'll feature over 1,100 high-end homes and apartments built directly above 350,000 square feet of world-class shopping, dining, and entertainment. This is the Northern Powerhouse, and it's being designed as a true 15-minute city where a walkable, amenity-rich lifestyle is the core promise. But here's the kicker, the statistic that should make any investor's ears perk up. The fact that before a single volume went up, Fields West was already about 70% pre-leased for its retail space. In commercial real estate, that's almost unheard of. It's a massive vote of confidence for the market that the demand here is completely off the charts. Top-tier retailers like Bloomie's and Maestro's Steakhouse are lining up to get a piece of this project, which is part of the larger Fields community that's also home of the PGA of America's headquarters and the new Universal Kids Resort. And this isn't just talking about building apartments, it's creating a premier destination. So what's the likely impact on home values? Frisco is already one of the hottest markets in the country, and the demand for luxury living here is proven. The project is like pouring jet fuel on an already raging fire. It's creating a new magnetic downtown for Collin County, built around the highest standards of luxury and convenience. When you create a destination with this level of commercial energy and proven demand, the homes around it don't just go up in value, they experience a complete reevaluation. The gravitational pull of this project lifts everything in its orbit. The question isn't if values will raise, but by how much. So we've looked at the three absolute titans of development. We had the Southern Catalyst, a project with the power to transform an entire region and create huge gains over the long haul. We had the Urban Heartbeat, a multi-billion-dollar bet on quality of life in the center of Dallas. And we had the Northern Powerhouse, a luxury-focused project in an area that's already booming. Each of these is a game changer. Each will create wealth. But we're here to answer one question: which one has a perfect storm of factors to create a truly exponential growth in home value? After looking at the data, the market trends, and the core of each project, the one that I believe has the greatest potential for monumental triply impact is Fields West in Frisco. And here's why. It comes down to a combination of three things. First, proven demand on an unprecedented scale. That 70% pre-lease rate isn't just a number. It's proof that businesses are betting millions that this will be the new center of gravity for North Texas. Where that kind of commercial energy goes, residential demand always follows, but on a much steeper curve. Second, the ripple effect of curated luxury. Fields West isn't just another subdivision. It's a world-class destination being built by the developer Legacy West. High-end luxury developments have a powerful halo effect. They don't just add value, they multiply it. They create a brand and a level of prestige that elevates how every single home in the surrounding area is perceived and valued. People will pay a major premium to live near that kind of environment, and that premium is what fuels exponential growth. And third, a self-sustaining economic engine. This is the magic ingredient. Unlike a standalone housing development, Fields West is integrated in a 2,500-acre master plan with corporate headquarters, the PGA, and a universal theme park and endless amenities. This built-in demand from office workers, residents, and tourists creates a neighborhood that is always on, a self-sustaining economic ecosystem that runs 24/7. A constant hum of activity, desirability is the engine that drives explosive and sustainable value growth. While the South Dallas project has incredible long-term potential, and the timeline is longer and depends on market entirely from scratch. And while the Reunion District will be a fantastic addition to downtown, it's working on an already dense and highly valued area, making a 3x return a much steeper climb. Fields West is hitting the absolute sweet spot. A high-growth area, an experienced developer with a track record of success, project so ambitious and well-conceived, it will create its own market reality. The Dallas-Fort Worth area is in the middle of a city-defining transformation. These mega projects are drawing the map of opportunity. If you're a homeowner or investor, you're sitting on a truly unique position. But as we've seen, you have to know where to look. The difference between a good investment and a generational wealth building one comes down to understanding the fundamentals that are really driving the growth. Navigating these opportunities, knowing which projects have the luxury ripple effect of the right always on energy is what I do every single day. My team and I are always on the ground. We're helping people find these high growth spots, or the rest of the market even knows what's happening. If you're serious about making a move in the Dallas area, I want to talk about how you can position yourself to take advantage of this incredible growth. You can contact me directly, or feel free to text me 512-944-3121. Let's talk about your goals and how we can truly put you on the right path of progress. And finally, if you got any value out of this breakdown, do me a huge favor and hit that button, subscribe for more insider information on the Dallas real estate market. Thanks for watching.